There's no live camera. Good evening, creatures, and welcome back to Horror TV. You've entered the lair of the horror hotties. This week, we reviewed Willy's Wonderland, starring Nicolas Cage. And also, welcome back to Lex, and welcome to the show, Judy.
Hi.
So, again, welcome back to Horror Hotties.
Yeah, you did. I was waiting for you to say it.
Armor, pull my hair out.
Welcome back to Horror Hotties. So, let's introduce the hosts since we do have some new people. I'm Bex. This is probably my almost 10th episode, I think. We're actually welcoming back Lex tonight. We did not think she would be back, but she's still here.
Yeah.
So, welcome back, Lex.
Thank you.
And then we also have a new host this week, Judy. Welcome,
Hi.
Judy.
Hello.
So, as an icebreaker, we'll start with you. What is your favorite kill scene ever for horror movies?
So my favorite kill scene ever would probably be from the movie Sinister. It's the lawnmower scene, where it goes over their faces and stuff. That got me.
When
that was good.
It's like a whole family.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's not just
It's
one
not just
face.
it's like the mom, the dad, and the kids. I think that's what gets me the worst. It's and the kids. It's
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
if you haven't seen Sinister, Sinister is a really good movie to watch. It is a little bit scary.
It's a
So maybe
little.
we'll do one of those movies. Well, maybe we'll do Sinister sometime soon. Lex, what about you?
I would say Jeepers Creepers. When he's on top of the bus and then he just rips the guy's head off.
Yes.
It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
It has been, but still, when it gets brought up, it still, gets you. You're like, oh, crap, I can't,
Yeah.
Still gets you.
I feel like it's, burned its impression into my memory. So
Oh, for sure.
That's my go-to.
Childhood traumas.
Yeah, I think that's traumatizing for a lot of children, that movie.
Right.
Anyway, my favorite kill scene would have to be from Scream 2, and it's when Randy freaking gets pulled into the van and they just start stabbing him, but the people walk by and they got the jukebox and stuff, and the van's rocking, so they don't think anything of it. They're just like, oh, someone's in there getting freaky, but no, he's getting murdered. That's my favorite.
That's great.
Plus, that's the most emotional scene for me. I feel like I love him.
Okay, that makes sense.
So guys, spoiler alert, we are going to be talking about a lot with these movies over the next half hour or so. So make sure you are prepared. Lots of spoilers.
Yeah.
So this week we did watch Willy's Wonderland, directed by Kevin Lewis, starring Nicolas Cage. And this came out in February of 2021. So this is a fairly new movie. Basically what happens is Nicolas Cage, his car breaks down. I don't even know his character's name, but
I don't know.
His car breaks down and he gets basically picked up by a mechanic or a repairman, and they convince him, hey, since you can't pay cash for the repairs on the car, let's have you clean this place up overnight. This is just some casual request to clean some abandoned building, you know? And he, again, doesn't say anything, and we're going to talk about that because he doesn't say anything. Just agrees silently, and basically the animatronics in the building come to life and start to terrify, I guess, this man. And it's called Willy's Wonderland. So, again, spoiler alert, you guys. Spoiler alert.
It's gonna get bad.
What were your thoughts on the movie?
I mean, I personally, didn't really like it because I was like, oh, it's gonna be scary because Five Nights at Freddy's was scary,
Mm-hmm.
But like this, it was just like, okay, he killed the first guy, and it was like, so is he just gonna sit here and kill the rest? And then what's the point of the movie? Like, I understand it's a like action movie, but like, still thought it assumed it would be scarier than it was.
Okay. What about you, Judy?
So my first initial thoughts were like, oh my gosh, like these cute little characters, they're so cute. Like, I wonder like what's really gonna happen. And then it just went all downhill from there. Like, I could not explain how unamused, unimpressed, and disappointed I was with this movie. Nicolas Cage, do better, sir.
I liked it. I liked it.
I'm so sorry.
I guess maybe it's just me, but I can appreciate the cheese factor in horror movies. I liked it. But I think the thing I liked the most was that Nicolas Cage didn't talk at all.
Not one
like,
word. Okay, he grunted while killing people, like the animals or whatever. So like it was like, ugh.
Right.
Like, okay, listen.
It was minor sound effects.
Yes.
It was very half-assed, which is
I
why
agree.
I liked it. I liked it because, again, Nicolas Cage didn't have much to say. And I don't think a lot of his movies are all that good. So I think I appreciated that.
You appreciated the silence.
But before we get into that, we actually, I don't know if you guys noticed, but we are missing Bella and Lars. They are usually the girls that I host the show with. But, you know, we're making do, and we love new faces. So, we do have some trivia questions that Lars sent in for us, even though she is absent today. And those will be asked by Judy.
That's me, guys. So yes, Lars was definitely kind enough to leave these questions for us. So definitely leave all of your answers in the comments. Don't cheat. Don't wait till like we give the answers. Like, come on, play along, guys. So, are you guys ready?
I think so.
Okay. So out of the 118 the 118 movies Nicolas Cage has produced and starred in, how many?
All of them. All of them. They're all horrifying.
They're horrifying. She said they're terrible.
I'm sorry.
I think it was like 8, but I do not know because I think I read it just like 5 seconds ago.
Are these
but I
multiple
don't think-
choice?
Yeah.
They're not.
They're not
No,
the
this
same
one is not.
ones. What's
This
going
one's not.
on?
There is a multiple choice, but it's not this one. But I will say you're close. After hearing 118 movies for this man, congratulations, very successful career. But
Definitely.
I'm a little shocked at this number. It was 9. It was only 9.
Not all of them?
Yeah, no, you were a little off. Just
by a hair. I feel like they all scare me.
okay. So here goes the next one. It's what horror video game does Willy's Wonderland closely resemble?
Oh.
Now, this one is a multiple choice, so I'll give you guys some options, okay? Okay. A, Fraz Bear Pizzeria. Never heard of that. I'm going to be honest. Maybe
Fraz Bear Pizzeria.
Yes, I've never heard of it.
Okay.
So that's option A. Okay. Option B, the puppet carver.
No.
No, you don't think so? Okay. C. Now, I'm going to be honest. This was what I thought my answer was going to be. So C is Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yep, that's the one.
I changed my answer after reading all of them, but
Oh.
that's what I thought.
I'm
And
like,
then
wait,
there
is
is D. Survive till 6 a.m.
Yeah, no, it's
Ooh.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Well, see, I changed my answer to D because I was like, oh, he's there all night long, you know, he has to do all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So then I was like, well, at first, like, maybe it
No.
could have been C, but then I was like, no, it's definitely got to be D because he's there all night, you know, he's got to clean, he's got to do all this stuff. No, I was wrong.
Yeah, that was wrong.
It's definitely C.
So Five Nights at Freddy's was a video game, and I don't know if it's a movie. I haven't seen a
No.
Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I have no idea, but I know it's a video game. I tried playing it on the PC, and I
Okay.
was unimpressed. I won't
Okay.
lie. But I know that a lot of younger kids really enjoyed the video game, or just like the graphics. I don't really know what the drag was. I didn't like
I
it.
just
but
know, like, I played it in junior high in the middle of the night when my parents wouldn't let me play it. Like, they were
Okay.
like, give us your phone, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna stick it underneath my pillow, and that terrified me. But like watching this movie, I kind of expected everything to come.
Right,
Aw.
right.
Yeah, so I mean, The thing about the movie for me was I enjoyed a lot of it because, again, I can appreciate the cheese factor, but I wish that it was a little bit more boo scary. I think I say boo scary a lot in these episodes. Boo scary. It's not like boo scary. It's just like kind of quirky and cheesy. Like it's a cheese film, definitely.
Yes. So the next, I still have 2 more, 3 more actually. So the next one was gonna be, what game was on the pinball machine that he was playing?
It was Willy's Wonderland, wasn't it? It was a Willy's Wonderland game.
I just remember seeing Willy's, but yeah, I'm gonna go with whatever Beck says.
It was a
I'm
Willy's
just gonna follow
Wonderland pinball machine.
Is that your answer? Is that your final answer?
Buzzer.
She's all, close the box.
Buzzer.
Okay. Definitely not. It's Devil's Dare.
Devil's Dare.
I did not see that at all. That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's the answer,
That's a trick
ma'am.
question, Lars. No.
That's a trick question. Right, okay. What was the inspiration behind Willy's Wonderland, the building, not the actual location, but the building itself?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese.
You think it was Chuck E. Cheese? I was thinking something along the lines of a Chuck E. Cheese or, something along that as well. Now, the actual meaning behind it is kind of dark, honestly. I was a little like...
So, meaning behind the building, meaning what?
Like you were right, like a Chuck E. Cheese. Maybe
so
that's where the inspiration came from. It's like, oh, I'm going to make this kid's playground. So that's what I was going to think. But the inspiration is from a place called Boomtown. It's a casino where the actual director's parents would drop the director off while they would go and gamble.
Oh.
So they would just leave their kid there.
Tisk.
Yeah. So I didn't expect that whatsoever. I was like, oh, that's
So Kevin Lewis,
interesting.
the director, took that very personally.
Oh, yes.
Traumatized.
I remember the trauma
PTSD
of being left in
maybe.
a building like this.
Right. I guess maybe children's minds go crazy. So maybe he interpreted it as these big scary monsters that he didn't want to be there all the time, And maybe that's just how he did. I don't know.
That's how it felt when we would go to Chuck E.
Basically.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever been to Chuck E. Cheese, but those animatronics were pretty much the same.
Right. They're just
always.
Right.
There's these big, fake, weird mouse ear, ugly Mickey looking things. I don't know.
So the only fun fact I have about this, which I'm a little shocked, but so this movie found Nicolas Cage. He didn't go out searching for it. It found him, and he thought that the thought behind this movie, the whole plot, I guess, was amazing. Now, how
he didn't talk.
He didn't say not one word, not even a peep. But I think it was more along the lines of the characters, how he had to kill them and has to do with the kids and stuff. I don't think it specifically had to do with him not talking, but yeah, I thought that was interesting. I was like, okay.
I know that I did read that he came up with the pinball dance. He improv that. That he wasn't told or that wasn't scripted. He was like, no, I'm going to dance during the scene.
I'm going to
vibe
dance
with this pinball machine. Yeah. I read that was improv by Nick Cage. So good. I love that, buddy. Love that.
Good job. Proud of you.
So is that them all?
That's all of them.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So what was your favorite kill scene? So these were interesting because not all, but most of the kill scenes were animatronic focused. So what was your favorite kill scene?
At first I was going to say Chucky's. But when Willy just kills the officer, just slashes down on her and you're like,
oh, yes.
snap.
Yes, I was not expecting that. I was expecting him maybe to rip her head off or bite her head off because he has, a big mouth. But then he cut her down to my size. Sweetheart, we don't know.
With her.
Oh, yeah.
No,
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
Right in half.
Okay. My favorite kill scene was definitely the gorilla.
I would have to agree with that. Yes, that curb stomp into the urinal.
Into the urinal. He literally takes his gorilla. First of all, after he comes out of the bathroom with a plunger.
With a plunger.
So cheese factor. And then he turns around and he murders this gorilla by just curb stomping.
I think,
urinal stomping.
Urinal stomping, yes.
That was definitely my favorite kill scene.
It was great. I would agree.
And then he puts up the tape on the wall and around him. I was like, yeah, oh my gosh.
You're like,
it went so dramatic. And
yes,
it's okay. Moving on. Moving on.
Your favorite kill scene?
Would definitely be the monkey as well. Yeah, the gorilla. My favorite animal is monkeys in general. So like the gorilla was like, oh my god, he's so cute, and then okay, he's a bad guy, and then like how he died was like so pure.
I need to touch on
pure
that.
rage.
First of all, monkeys being your favorite animal, that's trash. That's trash.
Your movie selection, ma'am, is trash.
Hey, I didn't select it, okay? Monkeys freak me out. I can't. That's why I was so glad the gorilla got murdered that way, because I was like, yes, fuck the monkey.
Ooh.
Get rid of it.
Hurt my little feeling, but that's all right.
Okay, worst kill scene or least favorite kill scene?
All the rest of them.
The rest of them.
The rest of them, definitely. Just shameful.
I think the one when it was like that nerdy kid when he dies in like the puzzle looking room.
Yes.
Like the floor looks like puzzle pieces or foam puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
It was such an anticlimactic kill. I'm like, you couldn't have given this kid more than 30 seconds of screen time.
Right.
No,
He
for real.
like the one that was like talking and he was like, oh, I'm so different. And he's like, okay, well, if you're so different, kill.
Yeah, dead.
Can you like let the kid have a line in the movie or something? Come on, give him his 5 seconds of fame. Come on.
Wait, hold on. Is this the guy that calls the sheriff, or is it the guy before?
Yeah, I think it's the same guy that calls the sheriff, like
Yeah.
hiding. He's all, and they're, it's a prank call. Click.
I know. I thought that was like the best part of the movie.
It's like,
Oh, yep, it's at Willy's. Goodbye.
right, like
I don't care.
at first I was like so concerned. I was like, you really don't care? Like there's children. She's all click, and then again click. Like, oh, you're intentionally doing this. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, by the
clicking.
way, I don't think we've mentioned yet, but one of the main background plots to this movie is that these animatronic characters are basically possessed by child serial killers.
Yes.
So they basically were caught up by the town murdering these kids. Then they decide to commit suicide and insert their souls into these animatronics. I don't know.
Yeah. So basically, they worked at this
Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese, yes, basically.
Chuck E. Cheese.
And yes, they were tricking these families to go into this, I don't know, red room. I would guess, something along those
It
lines.
was like
party room.
It's like a party room. There you go. And they would each take a family member and kill them. And then when they were getting caught, of course, they were like, oh no, we can't make it. So then they, did a whole satanic thing.
They chickened
and
out.
like, oh yes,
Yep.
for sure.
They chickened
They
out.
chickened out, and they put themselves into these monsters, and then the town found out and started like they call it feeding the monsters.
Yeah, they're feeding.
So I'm gonna be honest with that, like whole background, like I was so intrigued. Like I was like, oh, at the edge of my seat, like okay, this is gonna be good. Like this is interesting. I was so let down,
I know.
disappointed.
They don't build on the fact that it's about child serial killers.
Exactly.
And the town offers them adults.
Yes.
Like there's one
instead
one
of
kid.
children.
One
Yes.
kid. And guess what? The kid survives. Okay, it's
Yes.
the main girl. Like
Yeah. It's just backwards.
It doesn't make any sense. That part of the movie. It
Yes.
And I thought it was so goofy because the sheriff happened to be there like right after like all her parents died, right? And then she opens the door to see the child.
And then there's the
you're
kid.
Like, weren't they supposed to kill her? Like, isn't that the whole reason you?
Exactly. Like you were a child serial killer. Like I feel like they could have done so much better because like child abduction and child, murder, like that's actually a big thing, it happens a lot. So I really feel like they could have captivated on that and they could have made this movie like so much bigger than what it was. But they really diverted from that and went to let's just kill these adults and let's sacrifice these adults. You could have totally sacrificed full families.
Yeah.
Like that would have still kept with the theme, but instead you were sending like couples, like just boyfriend and girlfriend, some random dudes, some hippies, like, and then you pick Nicolas Cage of all people to kill. Like, come on.
Yeah, well, on top of that, I feel like they focused more on Nicolas Cage's dark facial hair than anything else in the movie. Like, all the makeup, all the special effects went into his face.
Yes.
That
yes.
or like him playing pinball and drinking the
Right.
energy drink.
And see, the whole time I was thinking that he was drinking beer because he started acting weird. So I'm like, oh, he's definitely got to be intoxicated. Like, he's getting drunk. No wonder why he's not, like, thinking logically. Like, oh, my God, this is scary. Like, he didn't play into it at all. He was not interested in the fact that these toys, these robots were coming to life and trying to kill him. He had just, like, had no emotion. Like, it was just like he was cleaning, terribly cleaning, by the way, terribly cleaning this building.
You almost forget that he's supposed to be cleaning.
Yes.
Like, This
But
is
after
whole thing.
every kill, he would go back to with the same rag that he's been cleaning bathroom toilets with, cleaning windows and walls and tables. Like, excuse me, sir, you need a lesson on cleaning, but we're gonna save that for another day.
Again, I loved it though. I feel like the main focus was Nicolas Cage's face.
Which is probably why
and
he loved it
didn't
so much.
talk. Like
Nothing.
that's the best part.
Said nothing. It was-
And I love how like everyone else talked around him. Like sometimes when I get ignored, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna assume like, yeah, it's cool or whatever, and just continue on what I was saying.
right.
But
Yeah.
like everyone did that to him. Like they'd be asking him questions, and then he wouldn't
They'd answer for him.
Yeah, exactly. Answer for him.
Yep. They would be like, oh, like, sir, we need to get you out. And he'd be like, and they'd be like, oh, you don't want to go. Like,
Right. Like, he literally would just go,
they could have
like, it was a smolder. Like,
He's all, like, if a man was staring at me like that and I was trying to save his life and he was like,
I would smack him,
indifferent,
like, talk, please.
burn the building down.
Exactly.
Right.
Burn the building
With
down.
him in it. Like, go ahead, stay in there, by all means.
Yeah,
I'm
sir,
gonna
you
start
want to
the
dance
fire.
around?
Right. Like, come on.
You want to dance around a pinball machine? That's fine.
Right.
That's fine. You know what?
I've been like, you could take the pinball machine out of the building and then we can burn it down, but like, you've got to say something here. Like, give me something.
I feel like this movie is the perfect movie to put on in the background while you're trying to hook up with your sneaky link.
Yep.
That's
I still
what
wouldn't
it
do
is.
that. No.
Yeah, that's what it is. Speaking of movies, so next week we are going to be reviewing Thanksgiving for
Yes,
the holiday. So stay tuned for that. I don't know if, are you going to be here next week?
Honestly, I don't know yet. I have to move my schedule around a little bit. I just got into college, so there's a lot going on.
Excuses.
Oh, you're right.
That look.
I know, the judgment I just felt from this side, like, it was a little hot. Like, ugh.
With the shade.
Right.
Fine.
Am I in a cloud? What's going on?
We're
Like,
not good enough? It's fine. So yeah, we are going to be doing Thanksgiving, and honestly, you guys, thank you again for tuning in. Make sure you like and
subscribe, and follow, guys.
And follow. Do all the things. You know, we're trying to get famous. So,
Well, not me.
cheers, ladies, to another episode.